Hi there, my name is Diane, but you can just call me D. And in today's video, we're gonna be doing a try a chapter, sort of. So basically, what I want to do is read the first sentence of some books that I have on my TBR that I'm anticipating and see which ones are intriguing me the most. And after that, I'm gonna choose a few and read the first chapter of each of them and see which one is gonna be my next pick. And I'm doing this because I've been picking up books here and there that they're good and I like the writing, I like the story, but I'm just not fully into it. So I just don't know what I'm in the mood for at this time. I think it's fantasy, but it's a very specific kind of fantasy. It's something that's pretty light. I would say it's more so a YA fantasy that I would be into, but alas, I've been looking for the next YA fantasy I'd like to pick up, and nothing that I've seen is really enthralling me to pick up. So let's just focus on the books I have on my TBR and see if maybe one of them is gonna be good enough for me. It's gonna actually captivate me and grab my attention. So the first one I'm gonna try is this one because it was falling. So let's just try that one first. Basically, it's the Woman in the Library by Sula Regental, and this is, I think, a sort of murder mystery in a library. So a murder happens and they have to stay in the library until it's resolved, but one of them is a killer. So let's see what the first sentence is. Okay, so it's okay. So this isn't really the first chapter, so there is one page which is a letter, it looks like. So I'll read this sentence first and then I'll read the first sentence of the chapter. Dear Hannah, what are you writing? Intriguing. What are you writing, Hannah? The first sentence for the first chapter is, writing in the Boston Public Library had been a mistake. Okay. Potential, I would say. This one is a potential. It's not too bad. Since I already know the synopsis, I feel like this sentence makes sense. We'll see. Alright, the next one I'm gonna pick up is The Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. So it's the first one in the series. I bought this beautiful cover because I was tracking the pricing on this, and it got to a really nice price, so I had to buy it. I don't know if I'm gonna be reading this one, but just because I literally have 3 Brandon Sanderson's books on this TBR. I've just been trying to get into his books, so I just haven't yet. Right, so we've got pretty maps at the beginning. Alright, so the first one is a prologue, so I'll do the same. I'll read the first sentence of the prologue and then the first sentence of the chapter. Ash fell from the sky. Okay. Oh wait, there's a bit of a sentence before that. There's like a bit of a paragraph before that. And it's, sometimes I worry that I'm not the hero everyone thinks I am. Intriguing. The first chapter... Wait, it starts with the same sentence. Ash fell from the sky. But there is also a bit of a paragraph before that. And the first sentence for that one is, I consider myself to be a man of principle. Honestly, like, maybe that's what I need. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a good fantasy book is what I need. This is on the maybe but scary pile. The next one I want to try is... Okay, so I'm not gonna try that one because I had already read a chapter of it. I liked it. This is literally T.J. Klune's writing style that he used in the house in the Syrian Sea. So, I mean, love that one. But I'm just not in the mood for this for some reason. Let's see, I'm gonna try. So I did get this new book. This was a pre-order and it just came out. This is I'm the Girl by Courtney Summers. Okay, same thing. We have a prologue. And what is... Oh, what is this? Wait, what? There's just no numbers? Is this for real? There's no numbers for chapters. Is there actually no chapters? I can't believe it. Okay, let's just do it. Aspera. It comes to me on my knees in the back of one of the mall's storerooms. Its grey concrete walls dappled with early morning light. Okay. And I'm assuming this is the first chapter after, so he calls me a stupid little cunt as I leave, says I have more beauty than brains. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one. I do know what the synopsis is like. Am I in the mood for it right now? I mean, I do love Courtney Summers. Am I just gonna have like, every book is gonna be on the maybe pile? I'm gonna try to read all of the first chapters. Alright, let's just put it in the maybe. And then let's try this one. This is These Fleeting Shadows by Kate Alice Marshall. And this is a horror book. And I think there's a haunted house, something like that. I don't know, but I'm intrigued. Alright, same thing. We've got a prologue. Is it now like a norm to have a prologue or something like that? None of that mind, but that's cool. I promise I will tell you the truth. Sure you will. The first chapter's first sentence is, the night harrow found me. I was digging up a fox's bones. What were you doing? Digging up bones. Okay, this is definitely... Am I more in the mystery horror mood right now? I thought I was in the fantasy, but... In the maybe... Should I read this one? Just for the fun of it, maybe I'll be intrigued, but I honestly don't think I'm gonna pick that one up anytime soon. So this is the Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians by Brandon Sanderson. This is his middle grade series. Oh. Author's foreword. I am not a good person. Oh my gosh, the illustrations. Ah, that's beautiful. Look. Chapter 1. So there I was, tied to an altar, made from outdated encyclopedias, about to get sacrificed to the dark powers by a cult of evil librarians. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. But am I in the mood for Mildred Graves? I have to think about this as well. You know, those are great authors, you know, they write well. I don't think I'm in the mood for a middle grade, so I'm gonna put it on the no for now. Here we have another thriller, murder mystery, something like that. This is The Dry by Jane Harper. The first sentence for the prologue is, it wasn't as though the farm hadn't seen death before, and the blowflies didn't discriminate. And the first chapter is, even those who didn't darken the door of the church from one Christmas to the next could tell there would be more mourners than seats. Okay. Well, okay. Probably not. I don't think I'm in the mood for this right now, but it does sound good though. The writing is good. Let's try another Brandon Sanderson. This is Skyward, and this is his YA sci-fi series. So we've got a prologue, and the first sentence is, only fools climbed to the surface. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Let's see. Oh, that's a long prologue. Okay. So for part 1, the first chapter has, for first sentence, I stalked my enemy carefully through the cover. Not bad, not bad. But not the greatest, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's gonna be it. Alright, And the last one is Blake Crouch. Well, it's Upgrade by Blake Crouch. This is an adult sci-fi, thriller sci-fi kind of. That's what he's been writing a lot lately. So the first sentence is, we found Henrik Soren at a wine bar in the international terminal 30 minutes before onboarding a hyperjet to Tokyo. This isn't great. I'm gonna say no. Let's reevaluate the ones that I had started. So I have started 3 books lately. I started reading The Fig Keeper. It would be nice to finish a duology by E.H. Edmond, and I read about 10 pages. It was good, it's just I don't know if I was in the mood for. And then I read 8 pages of The Darkness Outside Us by Iliad Schrefer. And this is a sci-fi romance kind of deal. And honestly, those 2 books, they don't have like the same writing style, but they have similar writing styles where it's my foot is falling asleep. Okay. Comical writing style. It's almost like the narrator is talking to you, and I don't know, it has that kind of feel, which I'm not in the mood for this type of writing right now, so definitely not gonna continue that. And I think for this one, I really enjoyed it, but I just don't want to read that right now. So not this one either. And why am I reading the first sentence is because I always enjoy having a good first sentence. I feel like it's important to be able to grab your audience attention that way. It doesn't have to be overdone, but at least the first sentence, if not the first few sentences, are important in my opinion. It's the same in music. The first 30 seconds in music, you need to grab your listeners' attention. But okay, so right now we have 3 books on the maybe, and then 1 book on the maybe and scary. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and read those first chapters. I'm probably gonna read the prologue plus the first chapters of all of those 4 books, and then I'll come back and let you know which one, if any, I'm gonna pick up next. I've only read the prologue for this one. It wasn't really grabbing my attention. Just the subject matter so far is not something I'm looking for right now. So let's talk about those 3 though. I read the prologues and the first chapters for all of them. So the first one I read was The Woman in the Library. So in total I read about 8 pages. It looks like there's someone who is in Australia who's a writer, is writing a story and sharing each chapters to their friend who is in the US and is also a writer. So at the end of every chapter, so far from what I've been seeing, it seems that there is always a letter from the US friend who praise them about the story, or just let them know, hey, maybe because the story is situated in the US, maybe use this instead of that. And also, if you're looking for inspirations, I can go and check this out and give you more information about it. And I hated it. The voice in those letters is so obnoxious, it's so condescending. I just really don't like it. And in general, so far, the writing style is just not my cup of tea. It's overly written. It's not even good. Like, it's not... So, unfortunately, I cannot return this book. So I will read it just because I want to learn a little bit more, but I didn't know that it was a book within a book type of story. I really thought there was a murder in a library, and maybe there is at the end. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But so far, I just don't like those letters at the end of each chapters. It really takes you out of the story, and it's so distracting. And the writer of those letters is so annoying. So definitely not picking up that one. Then I read this Fleeting Shadows, and I read 12 pages of it, and I'm enjoying it so far. The main character is like there's something going on with her. She's not normal, so I'm very intrigued about it. And also we just got to the house, and apparently the family that also lives in the house is fucked up. I don't know, but it sounds really good, to be honest. It's intriguing, so it's a strong contender. And then the next one that I read is I'm the Girl, and it's tough. It's pretty rough. The subject matter and the way it's written, it's really well written, but it's not, I don't think it's gonna be an easy read at all, emotionally. So even though I really liked it, I think I'm gonna reserve it for a bit later. There was only really one strong contender. That was only this one, so that's the one I'm gonna pick up next. I'm excited about it. This fits the vibes anyway, with the weather being a bit more gray, a bit more cold. The air is crisp, so I think it's the perfect pick for fall. I'm in the mood for this one, I think. And yeah, so far I've enjoyed what I've read, so I'm excited to continue with this. I still do want to pick up a fantasy book, so if you have some sort of recommendation for maybe more so of a YA fantasy book, I'd like maybe a bit of romance in there, but also a good plot, just something like that, easy to read. We'll see. Just let me know down below. And yeah, if you've read any of those books that I've shown, please let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think that I should pick one sooner than the others, or if I shouldn't. And yeah, if you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more like this, just make sure to subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.